Peace, everyone. What's going on? Goatee Kickstory podcast. Happy Saturday to everyone. Yes, Easter weekend, right? So this is when Nike come out with some Easter kicks. We saw the Air Force Ones. We saw the KD4s re-released. So always brings back that good nostalgia, that Easter vibe when we were kids. Throwing some new kicks. So salute to Nike, salute to Adidas, and all the brands that's taking us back to Easter. Got a dope Instagram live today with Guy. That's I've been seeing him in action for years, right? Even when he didn't have his page, IG shut him down. He came back even stronger. So salute to you, Dre, the shoe god, Chi-Town represent. About to bring you on, Dre, real quick. Bobby Kick's going to join us in like 2 minutes. Hope you guys are enjoying episode 36, our latest episode. Don't forget, you can watch us on YouTube and listen to us on all major podcast platforms, Apple Music, Spotify, iTunes, things of that nature, in play, right? So, dope episode. Love the fact Bobby Kick shared his experience and gave us some exclusive sneak peeks of threads out in Mexico City. So don't forget, tune in. Episode 36 still playing. Episode 37 will release middle of the week this coming week. All right. But enough talking. Let me bring on Dre the Shoe God. Let me bring on Bobby Kicks. We take it from there. Happy weekend. Happy Easter again. All right, Dre, I see you. About to bring you on. And Bobby Kicks. We're gonna wait for you. Where you at, Bobby?
Boys,
Dre the Shoe God was good.
I appreciate it. Y'all got me on here, man. I had some time. I just got up too, man. I know.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. So on the
It's
weekends,
playoff
because
time too.
here's the thing: you active. So I'm assuming on weekends you just kind of lay low to the best of your abilities.
Oh man, I'm a night owl, man. I'll be going to sleep like 6, 7 in the morning, so I don't be getting up to like 11:30, 12, maybe even 1. But how you feel me? I'm getting work done. I feel like I'm
Yeah.
up 24 hours every day, man.
I
So
I already know. Bobby's gonna join us. Bobby, hold on one second, Dre. Let me bring on Bobby. And once again, salute Dre. I told the crowd, hey, I've been following you for a minute, right? And I know IG banned you. I'm like, yo, where Dre the Shoe God at?
man,
And you came,
everybody was saying that, man.
word. Word, but listen, you came through even stronger. You know what I'm saying? So love your videos, man. I'm a big fan of yours, and I always give respect when respect is due. Give people their flowers. Salute to you, brother.
I appreciate it, man.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Yes, sir. All right, Bobby, where you at, Bobby? About to bring you on. Air Rule 23. Thank you for the love, man. Really appreciate that. You've been showing us love since you followed us. Salute. Bobby Kicks, where you at? All right, all right, Bobby, I just invited you, and let's see where we at right now. I was also telling the crowd, Dre, it was good to see Nike bring back the KD4 Easters. You know what I
I,
mean? They
I
got some Air Force Ones.
I just picked them up yesterday.
Right. Because I felt like we've been neglected for Easter. Because when we were kids, teens, we had some fire Easter colors. You know what I'm saying?
Depends on, because y'all might be a little older than me, so
Okay, true. So for my Easter, my earliest memory of my Easter is Air Jordan 691. And only reason why I remember that, Dre, because I got a whipping, man. My mother whipped me for that, man. Because
see,
um,
I come from that Air Force One era, man.
mm-hmm,
So that
mm-hmm,
2000s and the Easter, the holiday packs in general was just like, it was special to me, man. I
right.
had to look forward. And Easter's are one of my favorite like Air Force Ones of all time. So yeah, that's my era of like the Easter, and remember
So so we talking about like that one I really remember is that '06 palette, right?
I got a pair in the closet.
Yes, sir.
I might,
Yes, sir.
if we got
Yes, sir.
if we got 30 seconds, I might could pull it out.
I mean, you know what? We waiting for Bobby. Well,
Oh, Bobby right there.
What's up,
Bobby right
guys?
here.
What is up, guys? How you doing?
Yes,
What's good, my
sir.
guy?
Yes, sir. Bobby Kicks was good.
What's going on, Dre?
What's good, my
Good
guy?
to meet you. Thank you for doing this with
Retro
us.
talk.
This is exciting, very exciting. I saw your collection. I'm just like, okay, this guy gets it. He has
100%.
the OG retros, a lot of that type of style that's really up my alley. So
Yep.
I'm excited, man.
Bobby, real quick. We were just talking about, Nike brought back trying to bring the flavor back to Easter. The KD4 Easters came out. Air Force One had some. I was telling Dre my era of Easter, my earliest memory is my mom's bought me the Air Jordan infrared white and red. She told me don't wear them on Easter egg hunting, and I wore them, and I got grass marks. My mother was like, she gave me the BI. Dre was talking about his earliest memory is like Easter sneakers, like Air Force One patent leather era. What was yours, Bobby?
Mm.
What was yours?
Wow. Easter, wow, I really have like an iconic memory that I can think of, but all I can remember is like when, Jordan, was coming out with his silhouettes back in the 90s, but I never really gravitated towards like anything like recent with like the special colorways that come out,
Right, right, right,
recently. So I'm usually the OG colors, so nothing really
right,
stands out to me.
right,
Yep,
right,
yep.
right. Right. Well, listen, we want to get this ball started. Thank you to every single person that's joining us. Dre the Shoe God. If you don't know him, follow him. You should know him, right? Definitely a major player in the Instagram world and just the sneaker world in general, man. So Dre, salute. Thank you once again. Bobby, you want to kick us off, man?
Most definitely, man. So, Dre, I mean, what'd you ask in the beginning before I came on? Did you go into the first love yet? Nothing?
Nah, we was just talking about Easter and just shooting
Awesome.
it.
Okay, perfect. Well, let's get started, man. Like, I was always, as we always like to say or ask, our viewers, like, what's your first love? What was that first sneaker that really got you in the game that started your collection?
You know what? I got one. This is crazy, and I still got it to this day. So
Okay. Wait, so you got the
it's
original.
the
Let's
original.
go.
I bought
Oh,
these Jordan.
okay. That's
Uh,
different.
I bought the Jordan 20, and like this was about oh 05, oh
Is that
06, and they was
that
on
West Coast? Is that West
uh,
Coast?
uh West Coast, East Coast pack. I got the whole pack. I forgot which one this was. This
Okay.
was, I think,
Because I know they came out in regions,
yeah, they
right?
got a Midwest, East Coast, and West Coast.
Facts.
I always called these the chutneys. That was another nickname for them. And yeah, this was like one of the ones when I finally got a little money. I was like, I'm confident because I couldn't really get anything expensive, but I knew the Jordan 20s was sitting like crazy. I was like, look, I'm gonna get some Jordans. like
Word.
the Jordan 20s was just one of them, and I still got it. They still clean. I kept them clean. Like I didn't play back then, man. Like
What
I kept them,
year was that?
and the Jordan 20 was like
Oh
the
05.
first shoe I bought with my money. Like, and I paid about $50 for these. So
Damn.
Was that in '05 then?
I was
That
about
was an '05 thing?
5, 06. I probably was like sixth grade.
Word.
Okay, wow.
Word. You know what? The 20s was for me, Dre. It was a shocking pair because that silhouette, like, like it protect your ankle, but it don't protect your ankle. We got the laser print. Like the 20s was a crazy silhouette.
It was crazy, but them Jordan commercials back then kind of had me hooked. So it was like, I need that shoe. It wasn't like well received, but I was like, you know what? I still want it though.
That
Like,
that wasn't a functional piece, man. That ankle little thing, that was not functional,
no,
man.
it wasn't.
Like, no.
They was trying to be extra stylish, but it
Yeah,
didn't really.
yeah. And some of the
Word.
players, man, some of the players in the NBA cut them off. I don't know if
Yeah,
you
they
noticed
Yeah.
made a low
that.
top
Yeah,
too. So some people made low tops too.
yeah.
Yeah.
Really,
Yep.
they're super comfortable. They are good baller
Oh,
shoe,
for
like the
sure.
the cushioning
I,
system.
I hooped in them a little bit back in the day, but I was like, nah, I got a thing, and I got to keep my shoes clean. So after that, I ain't never. I always
With
had
you.
a certain shoe.
You know what? The 20s was dope because I think that was the first Jordan silhouette that introduced us to the zoom pods on the bottom, the
Yeah,
little zoom circle pods.
yeah.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? With the cushion. I'm like, oh, that's kind of dope. Like different areas where you land, they're gonna have the little pod, the zoom air in them. I'm like, that's cool. That was
Almost like a
cool.
DMX style, like what Reebok was doing
Word.
with the DMX cushioning.
I want to say that's like the last shoe Spike Lee did like a commercial for too.
Right.
So
Wow,
yeah,
yeah,
Right.
okay.
Also, I remember the ad for the 20s. Correct me if I'm wrong, Dre. It was Jordan, but like it was his actual age, right? He was kind of topless and his whole body had laser print
that
tattoos. Remember that?
that might be it. Like, that might be it.
Right, right.
Yeah, I remember that. Yep. I had that box. I had that OG color, the black and red one that had that whole print on there.
Yeah.
So
Word,
Dre, real quick. So it sounds to me like you started back in 2005. That Jordan 20 was your first love.
word.
Did you see it in the stores? Or did you see like a kid wearing them? How did you see them? How did you get exposed to those shoes?
You know what? I was like a crazy sports head too. Like I'm still like a sports junkie. So I just used to go on Nice Kicks and whatever sneaker blogs was out at the time, sneaker files, sneaker news, all the stuff like that. And you just watch the players with the PEs and stuff like that. And I was like, nah, these fire. I don't care what nobody says.
Word, word.
Awesome, man.
Mello, I
Mellow,
clearly
that's
remember Mello.
like mellow.
Mello had like the Carolina Blue Denver Nuggets colorway PE. I was like, ooh.
Yeah, mellow. Mellow, Kobe. That's my era right there. You feel me? T
Right.
Mac, AI, like that's my era right there.
And you know, and Dre, interesting, the time frame that you started to get into kicks and that's your first love was a real dope time period for
I know
kicks.
that was peak, man. That's like peak Air Force One era for me. That's peak Jordan era. Like he just retired, so my generation still would know about Jordan heavily, and Air Force Ones was on top of the world. And I live in a Jordan city. You gonna know who Michael Jordan is,
Oh
regardless.
yeah. Oh yeah, that's
Other
a
than that,
good call out, man. So anyone that doesn't know, you're from Chicago then. I
yeah,
mean, that's Mecca right there, so that's awesome, man. Um,
Yep.
what can I say? If you think about the 2000s real quick, in my opinion, that's like the last era where they had the actual tech, like innovation tech on their shoes, man.
Right.
I don't know. Any other era after that, it kind of lost its traction. It kind of relied on just retros. But that era had new silhouettes, new technology, new designs
Yep.
and
I
stuff
can
like that, in my
see
opinion.
yeah.
that.
Yep.
I can see that. Let's go into Air Force One for a minute, Dre. And I would love to see your Air Force Ones because I'm not going to say I'm from the Mecca of Air Force Ones. I'm not going to say that. But New York City is we're known for Air Force One, but we call them uptowns because in New York City, Harlem kind of got the reins of Air Force Ones. That's what we call them ups, right? Uptowns. Um, I'm kind of curious what's the Air Force One culture in Chicago, man? I have no idea.
And
Like,
it's
what's
crazy.
that vibe?
Air Force One is big and shit. Always been big in Chicago since day one. Also, like we are a Jordan in the Air Force One city for sure.
Mm,
Like that.
Mm.
If anything, that's like the two main shoes you're gonna see every single day. But y'all call them uptown. That's funny because I didn't know that until I got older. In Chicago, we call them ones. That's like
just
it's
ones.
always just ones. Like I didn't even know uptowns was even a thing. Like until
Yeah,
I
yeah,
get older.
yeah.
So, but I found out doing content that people call ones or uptowns different stuff in different regions. So
Right, right. Yo, what kind of ones you got, man? Let's go down the Kixery ones lane if
I
you
got
don't mind.
I got a couple in front of me. This the Halloween
Mhm.
2006.
Damn, I
Like
remember that.
this is one of my favorite Air Force Ones in that era. This and the Scarface Air Force Ones. They was half black, half white with the red laces. I'm talking about. I balled them up to the ground when I was so.
Word,
Uh,
word.
I finally was able to get a pair of these a couple years ago, man. Like this is like one of my top fives, and like I'm just like crazy about the holiday packs back in the day because I could never
Right.
get all of them, but I had a few of them for sure. But this is definitely one of them ones for me. I got another one right here. That's
You
like
see that
What's that
patent leather,
icon right
Bobby?
there? What's that icon on the back right there? That little icon? What is that?
Yeah. That's like a
I can't.
skeleton face type
you
thing,
know what's
It's like
Halloween.
a hand, like it's doing this. Okay.
I
Oh, I
still
see.
don't know
Now.
it. Yeah, you got the St.
St.
Patty's,
Patrick's.
yeah,
Yup.
Patty's Day. But yeah, I was crazy on Air Force Ones just in general back in the day. Like that kicked it off also, man. Like I got cousins that's Air Force One heads. If y'all think I got a crazy Air Force One collections,
He crazy.
I got a cousin that's Air Force One
Mm.
everything. So
Is
Yup.
that an OG pair? Did they ever like retro them, or
no, they never.
what's the story?
He
You
never
know.
retro those.
It was
Okay.
all from 2006.
Wow. Okay.
Cool.
Man,
So
they're in great condition. Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
word.
I keep everything clean, man. I can't be the. I've been restoring shoes for almost 13 years now, so I gotta keep
Yeah.
everything.
I'm very curious about that. I'm going to ask you about that in a little bit too. Yeah,
Okay.
about that whole
Nah, Bobby, go
restoration.
because
Yeah.
I was just about to ask something about his restoring. Go ahead, Bobby.
But I
Go
didn't
ahead.
want to interrupt the whole, the ones flow that you're going into right now. But yeah, I'm really curious. Like, how'd you get into restorations? Like, how did that
I
happen?
mean,
And when did you start doing
I mean,
that?
I started
Like, how old
my
were you?
yeah high school, so this is about 2012, and
Yep.
I just really always hated like dirty shoes. When people walk around, like you ever see somebody walk around with some heat in school, you be like, come on,
Right.
man,
Right.
you could do better with that. Like, cause I've never came to school with dirty shoes. I kept every shoe clean,
Yep.
so I just had the idea when nobody was doing it, man. Like, I'm I, I'm a, I'm gonna start doing restorations. Everybody laughed at me. I remember like yesterday, like, what you talking about, man? You can't. We always thought once the shoe over with, it's over with. Like,
Right.
but I'm like, nah, I got an idea because I used to see back then, like the game is giving out now, like versus when I started, it probably was like one or two YouTube videos how to do restorations.
Right.
I
Right. Right.
seen that, I was like, I feel like I can give more to the game and really make some money from this because I don't feel like nobody was making money. It was still new to the world.
Right.
Like
Right. Right.
Okay.
I was like, I'm finna start doing this, and then I started doing it. It started taking off after high school around 2013. I'm in college.
Yep.
It took off. I took over Chicago to this day, and like I still make a killing doing restorations, and
That's fly.
it just built up to an empire, man. Like to be honest, man, I tell people all the time, I never worked a real job a day in my life, man. Like
Wow.
this was the real.
Congrats on that, man. Yeah, that's awesome.
Hustles.
So
Complete
how did
hustle.
people find you? How did people find you? Did you have an online account? Like, how did that
Yeah,
whole thing
I had my
start?
old Instagram that I had since I was in high school. When Instagram
Okay.
first started, and I used to just post every day, every day, every day, every day. They had the old little apps like Kick, and you had I had Facebook too. I'm posting on Facebook,
Mm-hmm.
and
Got it.
you hustling around that time, you getting your feet wet. So I'm posting to everybody. I'm doing shoes for my cousins. Once you do shoes for your cousin, they're gonna tell their friends, and
Yep.
then they bring their, and the
Spread.
word get around,
That's
and
awesome.
it,
Yeah.
it took off in like a year. And then I'm like, I'm really making money at 18, 19 years old. Now I can really afford the shoes I really wanted. You feel me? And
Word.
it got crazy after that. And I built the empire after that.
That's an awesome story, man. That's
That's
awesome.
fly. Dre, I'm curious, right? Because when you start, you gonna mess up. You don't know what you're doing, right? You
You
figuring it out.
are,
So, what was
you
that
are,
sneaker?
but
Two things, Dre. What was that first sneaker you ever did restoration? And then what was like a sneaker like, damn, you messed up and you learned from that mistake?
I say this: I got a rule. I can't start taking money until I fully know how to do it for
Or
real.
okay.
So I already got that point. I'm a freshman, senior in high school. I'm not. I wasn't normal when it came to shoes. So I probably already had 60, 70 pair of shoes. I got stuff in my closet. I was like, that's yellow. I could try to fix that. So I'll fix my own shoes. And the first shoe I was fixing was probably the playoff 12. I had a pair of
Ooh,
2004 playoff 12s in
that,
my collection.
that
And
turns yellow,
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 you
yellow.
feel me? And that was man, this shoe so old. I had it for so long. I'm like, this the shoe I'm gonna work on, like right here. And once I experimented and did my thing, and I seen that they got unyellowed, I'm like, okay.
Did you use Sea Glow?
I was using Sea Glow. I was using we used to make the retro bright in the microwave. Like I
Wow.
was like if you
Damn.
know my real restorers that know that beginning, because it wasn't the game wasn't giving out.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
everybody was experimenting. All we knew was little vlogs and maybe one YouTube video that had it,
Yeah.
and they were still getting their feet wet at that time. But yeah, I was experimenting with everything. I had everything, trust me. And yeah, that was pretty much like my practice shoe. And then I got it to the point like, okay, I know how to do this now. And then that's when I started like, okay, I can start charging the people now. So little by little, and I was just learning as I went over the years. And like I said, it became an empire.
That's
What
fly.
was that challenging shoe? What was that one challenging shoe that you're like, man, you got into it, but you're like, I got to figure this out because I don't know exactly.
Oh, Jordan 11s, man.
Jordan 11s?
It's a difference from like
I,
Concord? Concord?
It probably was like Space Jam.
Space Jam.
It was around that time. I say every Jordan 11 that came out around the time. So it could have been a Space Jam. It could have been a Concorde. It could
Right.
have been a Cool Gray. I
Right.
just want to learn how to unyellow that soul, just like
Yeah.
how to do it perfect, because the remedies wasn't there back then. I don't think nobody knew how to perfectly unyellow the souls yet, and that was still like challenging for me. So it was like, okay,
Yep.
I'm gonna figure it out. But other than that, over the years, I figured it out. And we got so many methods now. It's pretty much easy now. I think it's a
Yeah.
beginner's thing now. It used to be like, oh, this is one of the tough ones, but not so much these days.
One of the
That's
funny
dope.
things about icing one of those soles is that not getting it on the traction pads, because those things will freaking, once you get them all iced out, you're gonna be slipping, man. Like there's no more grip on those, man. It's really, really
I had to do that the hard way. I got my Space Jams. I got my Space Jams. This is like one of the first shoes I was working on, because I was like, I'm gonna do my own shoes first.
okay.
Right.
I'm talking about no grip on the bottom of these.
Yeah, exactly right.
Damn.
Yeah,
But so,
yeah.
but they was definitely one of the first shoes I was experimenting on, and yeah, I figured it out in the long
That's
run.
Right.
that's cool, man.
Right.
You still have that pair. That's
Right.
I
awesome.
know
Yeah.
I got a thing, man. I don't throw stuff away unless I say so. I don't think it's not getting thrown away no time soon.
Right. Right. Listen, you showed the Jordan, so let's talk about. I know your love is Air Force Ones, but your first love was a Jordan 20s. What's some favorite Jordan of yours? Just being in Chicago, that like, you love the Rock, you love the Restore. Like, what's some Jordan classic Jordans for you,
Oh
man?
no, you got to pull them out. Give me like 20
Take your
seconds.
time, Bobby. I
My
know you was restoring kicks too, man. But Bobby, you ever iced out some soles
Very.
yourself?
Yeah, I did very lightly. Like I was experimenting too. Like in the beginning, I was doing some deep cleaning inside and out, very minor touch-ups here and there. And I actually on my pairs, so I really got to a point where I'm like, this is good. Like this looks damn good for all the OGs that I was finding at the time.
Right,
So
right, right,
that was like my dive into it. But I never really, you know, took it seriously. I tried here and there, but it was just too. I was just too busy.
right, right,
So
right, right,
that's how
right,
it worked out. Yeah.
right.
Like a time consuming thing, but like, I always say this is 1A, 1B for me. Like I,
Let me see.
I
Oh,
got like, this is my favorite. These are my two favorites. Like I probably got five pair of infrareds,
those.
and I probably
Wait. Those particular colors. Those particular colors.
these particular colors. Like
Yes, sir.
this is
Yes,
the one.
sir.
Like these are the all time favorites.
Yes,
Like
sir.
infrared. I probably got like four pair. I probably got 4 or 5 pair. Same thing. I probably got every iteration of the bread. Like back when we used to call them the black cements.
Yep.
I pretty much got every pair up to like 99 and up. Like
Yep.
at 99, I gotta have them. Like that's my favorite.
Wow.
That's 1A, 1B. Like that's a must. Like if they come out tomorrow, I will go get them tomorrow.
What's
Even
the
though this pair
oldest?
look crispy.
What
Yep.
what What's the oldest pair you have in your collection? Do you have any OGs like in the Jordan line?
Oh geez, I, I do, but man, I sold so many of them, man. Kind of wish I didn't, but I think my oldest pair was probably what, 97 flu games.
Oh wow.
Uh,
Okay.
Right,
yeah,
right, 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 right.
I had the he got games OG. I had a lot of stuff from back then.
Right,
Okay. So late
right.
90s. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, pretty much like late 90s.
Nice.
Question about the sixes and the fours. First with the six. So they and I think you talked about it too, but they're gonna release next year the salesman sample of the
Oh no, that's
sixes with the info.
no. If you like OG collectors, like old stuff like that, that was a must. That's
Right,
a must.
right. That was like on East Bay and stuff like that. But what's your best retro six or for Black Infrared? What year? What was your best one? I can tell you mine, but I want to hear from you.
The best one infrared.
Yeah,
I think the easy answer. Everybody gonna say that varsity red, man. That varsity
the
red.
Varsity Red.
That came out like 2010, because that was actually like my first one, and I was like, you know what? It ain't infrared, but it's the same. It's the same RAM. So varsity
Yeah,
red. I'm probably like probably like a sophomore, junior in high
right,
school.
right,
Needed that. That was the one. And after that, I pretty much over the years, I bought the 2014.
right.
Ended up got a crazy story on the getting the 2000 pair, And
That's
then
my favorite, the 2000. What's your story with that? That's my favorite.
it's crazy, man. I hit one of the biggest licks ever, man. It's gonna kind of sound a little bogus, but it is what it is. So I got a friend. He don't know nothing about shoes, like nothing, but he know I'm like the shoe guy. And he hit me up like, hey, bro, my uncle, he been out of jail for a while. He got uh, a closet full of everything from the early 2000s and 90s. That's what he told me. He's like, bro, if you interested, he's selling everything $80
Wow.
each. I'm talking about. I'm assuming he said his uncle was like one of these big time drug dealers, like from the 80s, 90s, and he didn't. He don't know nothing about shoes. They just buying anything just to be fresh. I get it.
Right.
And he hit me up like, man, Slad, everything $80. So I come over there,
Wow.
man. I'm talking about everything dead stock.
Dead stop?
Like everything dead stock.
Wow.
Sneaker head heaven. I said no way. But you gotta keep your cool.
Yeah,
Your
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
And I'm like, he like, yeah, bro, whatever you want, go through the boxes. I sat over there for about an hour and a half going through the box.
Wow.
I came over there with like $600. I should have bought.
Damn.
I bought
Damn.
dead stock pair of infrared sixes from 2000, $80. Still got them. My biggest steal though, a dead stock pair of Jordan 17s, the Wizards colorway, the college blue colorway,
Briefcase?
with the briefcase, $80.
Oh.
Uh, dead
That's
stock
Wow.
red
crazy. That's
red
crazy.
jeans, OG, $80. Like I'm cleaning house right now. Like,
Oh, wow. Dude, I hear all these great stories, man. These collectors are finding like $2 here, $80 here, $50 pairs, and like dead stock, dude. It's that whole like,
Secret
secret society,
society.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
Secret
it's funny.
society. All we ask is trust. You just
hey,
gotta.
I, I know what I say, man. If y'all watch the platform, man, the shoe guys blessed me that day, man.
100%.
I got
100%.
that. So nah, I go thrifting and stuff like that too. So I find some crazy stuff, man.
Yeah. You know what? When you posted, and I got a question about the fours, but when you posted about Ross, that was my business model for like 2 years. I was a what they call that, retail arbitrage,
Yeah.
right? I was selling on Amazon. I was selling on Amazon. I was selling on eBay for like 2 years straight. That was my income, making bread.
Now
And
what?
I used to wake up like 9:30 in the morning. This was like, I don't know what, 8 years ago. I wake up 9:30 in the morning, and I'm in Arizona, right? I will go to the furthest Ross. I will go to the furthest Ross, and I will work and Ross opens at 10:30, 11. I will not come home until 6 o'clock, B.
Nah, same thing, man. I've been doing this. It's like a hobby of mine, though. I've been doing this for like 10 years, and
Right, right, right,
like I just go in Ross, and I used to like resell a little bit just to make some money. You know what I mean? I
right.
got many hustles. And I used to just go in there for the last 10 years. I'm kind of giving out the sauce now. Everybody say I'm
Everybody know, yeah,
hell
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
low key.
I
I've
know.
been making the spot. I ain't gonna lie. And but nah, it's not what it used to be though. If you know, you know. Like it's water
No,
now.
you're right.
Yeah,
I'm giving it out now because it's really dead. I'm gonna be honest
It
with you.
is.
But
yeah.
It is.
Right.
back in the day, in 2016, 2015, man, I used to go out
Yes.
and crazy stuff. I say, man, oh yeah, I'm gonna make some money. But one of my biggest fan, I found them Ricardo T-Ski Air Force Ones for like $30. Man, I sold them on eBay for like
500.
$5.
Wow.
Yep.
Nice.
After that kickstart something crazy, and then I was like, oh, I'm in here. So, but I do it now. For me personally, I just do it now to like find jerseys and shoes for my own. Trying to make money from it. It's kind of like it fell down a
It
lot. I ain't
did.
gonna.
It did. It did.
I got
Go ahead,
two
Bob.
questions.
Yeah.
How many do you, how many shoes do you have right now in your collection? And what's the rarest pair right now you have in your collection?
Okay, I got a question for y'all because
Woo.
I always say this: what do you consider rare? Like when people think of rare, they think the most expensive.
Okay.
My definition of rare is, can you find that shoe online right now?
Right. Right.
I don't think you can find it.
I
Like,
that, that's my definition of rare, right? Is like, how rare can you really find it? What condition is in? I don't care about price. I don't care about
yeah, the
price.
price.
That's whatever.
The prices to me, like we can go because I have a bunch of off whites and stuff like that. To
Okay.
me, that's not rare. Because are you willing to spend the money?
Got it. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because we can find it right now, but it's certain shoes in my collection. Like I love, I love talk about my swoops, my air swoops. It's
Ooh.
nothing it's nothing crazy, but I think as far as anything, I wouldn't say this like my rarest, but
Okay.
I
Okay.
guarantee it. You would not find any big sizes online. I've
That's a
checked.
fact.
I've
That's a
checked
fact.
everywhere. You know what I mean? Like
That's a
I am
fact.
small feet, but me finding a size 8 was literally hell. Like,
Damn.
and I was like, bro, I don't think this shoe exists in big sizes. Like, like, I've looked
Right.
at, especially not in the OG colorways, or it's a bunch of colorways you don't even want. But other than that, like, I can't. The Air Swoops is like one of them super rare shoes. Like, you can't find it, and I only paid like $50 for it. And that was like 5 years ago. So,
Okay. Yeah,
That's
no, that's a
fly.
good one. That's a good one. No, that's a great question. I think when I was thinking of rare, I was thinking of like a PE that you have, maybe, like like a really old OG
you know,
or a
crazy.
something like a limited release, something.
I
So
always,
that's what I was thinking in my
I
head.
always ask that. I got a lot of shoes. You ask me how many shoes I got. I probably got like 500.
Okay.
I
Mm.
like I got my people that know that follow me a long time. I don't like stuff like that. I don't really like.
Hmm.
I don't have nothing. My slogan: if it ain't retail, it ain't me. Like,
Feel that.
so I'm retailing under. Do I have some red Nikes and stuff like Dunkins and older Griffies and stuff like that? Yeah, for sure. But
Cool.
of a, I'm more of a general release. I don't have nothing like super crazy. Like, oh, he got a PE that Darius
Yeah.
Miles or something. That ain't me. I stay in my
Okay.
budget. I ain't gonna hold you.
Word.
Got it. Got it. Okay.
Word.
Cool. Cool.
I want to go back because I mentioned I had two questions about the 6 and the 4. You talked about the 6. Now let's talk about the 4. What's your best and worst retro of the black cement 4s?
The worst from a jewelry store, I can tell you now, it's either gotta be the worst iteration of it. Gotta be like 2008 to 2012,
Is
because
that CDP? Is that the
that's
not
the
CDP?
CDP. Yeah, that's
What's
the
that called?
CDP in
CD.
in the 2012. Because as a restorer, I get the privilege to touch these shoes every single day, like every day. Man,
That crack.
if you know, in that 2000s era, I always say from like 2005 to like 2014, it was a point I could tell you Jordan Brand and Nike did not care about quality. And every time,
Facts.
y'all know, every
Facts.
time you walk, paint chipping all over the place and like horrible, bro. I'm talking about when you first get the shoe, it ain't like you wore it 100 times. No, this is first wear. And I got to go with that 2008, 2012. In between that, like, I got so many Jordans that's like cracked, paint cracked
Crack.
first wear. Like, man,
Mm-hmm.
I do not miss that era. Everybody be like, bring them back. No, do not bring them back. Not unless they make it a better version as they do it now. Like I will tolerate this era. Everybody like to talk down on this era right now. I ain't gonna say it's the best, but I don't want to go back to 2000, early 2010s. Like horrible.
Right. Right.
They're a
What's your
little better quality today. Yeah, I mean, like the materials are a little bit better.
the
They're
shape? The
they're a little bit more.
shape?
Yeah, they're more durable. They're more durable, and the shape is getting a little closer, to what our OG heads, like. So
I
yeah, I'll give them that.
I've had almost at every iteration. I got my varsity reds and my other 2010. When you wear them the first time, this whole area just cracked up. You know what
Yep.
I mean?
Yeah.
I wore these a bunch of times, and I ain't got to worry about that no more. So I would rather stay in this era. So
Are you
Facts.
are you excited about the newest release of like the that rare? What is it? That they're bringing back that sample with the red Nike Air on the back?
Yeah.
yeah, for sure. Like I always say that like if you like an OG, I feel like only OG collectors can really like get into that type of stuff. Because
Right.
I like to like when I get on Twitch and stream and stuff like that. I like to see what the kids think these days. They don't care about that stuff. But I was like, for people like me, I was like, oh, that's a must because all I read, because I read a lot of blogs and
Yeah.
news growing up. I was like, and that's all they talked about almost at least 2 times, 3 times a year. I'm like,
Yep. Nike talk.
that's one of the Nike talks, and I'm like one of the last Nike talk.
Yeah.
my age and like that. Appreciate the era. I was like, oh no,
That,
this.
that was the first time I ever saw that was on Nike Talk. I was like, damn, what is this?
Yeah,
And Nike Talk, they were going crazy on Nike Talk with those.
yeah, I think I
Yeah.
seen it like on probably like Sneaker Fast. They probably brought it back up. Like, who remembers the sample from
Right.
that came out? I was like, oh, them fire. I used to get up at school every day before class started because we used to have a computer lab, and I used to just go in there read what's new today.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
did that literally. I kid you not, probably fifth grade to, to this day. Like that's like a daily routine to me. Like, so that's
Yeah.
my life with
I,
that.
I met a
Yeah.
collector here in Phoenix, here in Arizona, that had two pairs of the actual OG samples.
Oh, damn.
He had two pairs. He showed me. He showed me. He's like, I was like, wow, like
Damn. That's
two pairs of
crazy.
those, man. Yeah,
Yeah,
OGs. I was like, crap.
that's
Yeah,
wild.
Yeah, he
they're
different.
special.
He
Speaking
different.
of collection, go ahead, Dre. What you gonna say? My
No,
bad.
he different. He different. He can't.
Yeah, yeah, that's crazy. Dre, I know we had this conversation. This is one of our staple questions. A lot of people have a difficulty answering it, right? Because you love the game. It's just too many. But
Yep.
what's your top five silhouettes? And if you have them, great. Starting from five to one.
Top five. I
Silhouettes.
I think I've said it on many occasions. I think the Air Force One is the greatest shoe of all time
Mm.
Wow.
because it creates balance of like everything. It's just like when we describe a perfect shoe, I've
Word.
never really heard nobody. One. It's a shoe everybody can love, even if you don't come from my era. They gonna love them all whites. The all whites is universal. You know what I mean? Like the Air Force One is number
Okay.
one.
Okay.
Number one, Bobby.
Number two,
Okay.
it's just a personal. I gotta go with the Jordan Four.
Jordan
When I
fours.
they perfected the Jordan line, when they got to the Jordan Four, it was like, okay, we figure it out now. And to this day, since 1989, it's still one of the most beloved Jordans to this day.
Yeah.
Facts. On our latest episode, Dre, Bobby, Bobby, episode 36, I said the Jordan 4 is the most fugazi replicated silhouette
Yeah.
in the world, B.
I would
Yeah.
say close for sure, but if we go on like the fakest of all Jordan, I probably
What'd
got
you say?
Jordan 11, and that
Yeah,
will probably be my number two. Like the Jordan 11, when you talk the peak of Jordan, the Jordan 11 is like that's if I'm not mistaken, that's Jordan's favorite shoe. You know what I
yes,
mean?
sir.
Like
Yeah.
that's another
Yeah,
one. I ain't never really heard nobody talk down on a Jordan 11. If you like, I always say
yeah,
this: we are sneakerheads, but we have the casual consumer is the people that really make Nike stand out and what makes them the brand. When you
right,
ask anybody, they're going to say the Jordan 11. Like they're going
right.
to Jordan 11. I have to put the Jordan 11 in that conversation.
Yep, yep. All right, so we got the fours, we got the ones, number one, we got the fours, number two, what's number
I got to
three?
go Jordan
All right, Jordan
11. Jordan 11.
11, number
Okay.
three.
That's number three.
Jordan
Okay.
11, number three. Okay, cool.
Number
Number
Jordan
four,
11.
4.
All time?
all time. No,
Uh,
it's crazy.
Man. All time? Is
and it seems like you have a lot of Nike. That's all you have in your collection, right? Yeah, it's all Nike, all
Nah,
Jordan Nike.
I,
Okay.
I got a crazy versatile collection. I
Okay.
got man. This is just like I call this my graveyard room, man. My graveyard room just like shoes that ain't got no boxes. And I got like three other rooms of just shoes everywhere, man.
Cool.
All
Okay.
time.
Yep. Number 4.
I hate to be stuck on a Jordan, but I feel like if you don't put the Jordan 3, it's just like
Mm,
you
Okay.
doing. Uh, the
mm.
Jordan 3 is like we all know that's like the one that saved the brand. It's
Yeah.
like,
True.
the
True. True.
one that saved the
Yep.
brand. So
Yep,
I probably
yep.
number Jordan 3. Number 5 might be a crazy oddball one, but think it's like my favorite Nike, and I don't know if this is a number 5, so I know this might be pissing people off, but I'm speaking for like what the old heads tell me, what I grew up with, telling me my uncles in their 50s now. You feel me?
Yeah.
That I love
Ooh,
Diamond Turf.
Wow. Yes.
ooh,
I
Yes.
love Diamond Turf so much. I've been buying them forever, man. So
Yes.
ooh.
that's one of the. I ain't gonna say it's number 5, but that's like on my all-time Nike list
Yeah.
because the way they talk about bows,
Yeah.
Diamond Turfs, like that's all I heard growing up. I'm like, man, look. And when I got to age growing up, I can like afford shoes. Diamond Turf was like, okay, I'm getting me some Diamond Turfs like ASAP.
Yeah,
um,
yeah.
it's ways you can go about it though. But top 5, that's
I
that
know
5 changeable. I'm not gonna lie, but
it has to be because you got you know, you get moods, you get situations where I can see you solidify your 3, but those last 2 could be interchangeable. Like,
I agree with
damn,
that. I totally agree with that.
you
I
know,
totally agree with that because a lot of people, I don't know. I feel like a lot of people gonna put Jordan 1. To this day, I don't think the Jordan 1 was the top silhouette, and I love the Jordan 1. It's just like
I'm with you. I'm
I
with
feel
you.
like Jordan 1 has been overhyped the last 10 years because of Kanye, but before that, people didn't really. The casual consumers wasn't really buying them like that.
Nope.
You know what I mean? Um, I always put the Jordan 1 as a C tier Jordan. Jordan ain't even look. It's a video out here I show every time. Jordan ain't even like the Jordan 1.
Hmm.
So I'm not trying to hear that y'all like the Jordan 1 now. What was y'all thinking?
Right, right,
So
right.
I don't know that last 2 though. I can agree that kind of interchangeable. Like, but that first 3, I'm gonna stand on that. I'm gonna stand on
100%.
that.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a good one. Those
Um,
diamond turfs are awesome, man. Those diamond turfs are. Is that the 20? Is that the latest pair right there? The latest release?
This
no, I think that's like the 2012, right?
2017 to
2017.
27. I
They
got
look good.
the latest pair.
The latest
Uh,
Awesome. Yeah.
pair, the latest pair they paid. It was the greatest retro of the Diamond Turf, from the midsole
oh
heel
no,
being white to the Nike Air being
no,
gold to the logo looking like the logo. They killed it.
I said the same thing, man, because I was able to touch like every Diamond Turf throughout the years, like '04, 2010,
Right,
and like as far as like everything, they knocked it out the park with this latest retro.
killed it,
That was like a must cop. I ended up getting 2 pairs. That was a must for me. So
killed it, killed it, killed it. Bobby, we got who we got. We started at we got roughly 20 minutes, Bobby. But you know we can Bobby. You have a staple question that you love to ask our guests, man.
I want to know what's in your rotation right now. Like, what's your go-to shoe every day?
man, believe it or not, man, I'm wearing I'm wearing Crocs 90. No, man, Jeff Staple, man. He he
What's
gifted me.
those? Wait. Those pigeon
Yeah,
pigeon
them
crops?
the pigeon Crocs. They come with a big old pigeon.
Oh,
Uh,
oh,
but I took
oh,
it off. I took it off.
oh!
But
I didn't even know those came out. When those came out?
like
Pigeon crops.
probably like maybe like 2 years ago,
Okay,
maybe. But
okay,
Jeff
okay.
Staple, man, he rock with me, man, and he just like he rock with the content, man. So he didn't send me a few things. I ain't gonna hold you,
Oh
like
wow,
he sent,
that's dope.
he sent me some pigeon dunks. He didn't send me his last collab with the Brooks.
Brooks
Like
joint.
I rock with
Wow.
man. He rock with me. Uh, he sent me these. He sent me some gear. Like he sent me some Crocs. They're my everydays. But as far as now, I ain't gonna lie. I've been on my classic Air Force One journey. Like I ain't gonna lie. I gotta. I've been throwing these on.
Yes.
I'm a big throwback guy for sure. Like this has definitely been in my rotation.
That's
Uh,
Bobby right there.
this for sure. Like
Yep.
I'm crazy on the throwback section. Everybody know that. I've been collecting stuff like that forever, man.
Yeah.
Since man, probably my whole life. Shit. So what else? Oh yeah, I got my Barclays and even though I'm low key tired of this shoe,
Why they
it,
come back out again?
it kills me, bro. Like they burn it out for me, man. Like
Why they
y'all
coming out again?
I was gonna get into like we was talking about top five. Like if we talking about like my top five, top 10 silhouettes of favorite, like I'm a Barkley guy, bro.
Yeah.
Like and they is killing this shoe for me, bro. Like it don't even. I'ma always love it, but damn, y'all don't gotta keep dropping this shoe. Like Barkley, man, other models, man. Like
Yeah.
Yeah,
it
yeah,
kills
yeah,
Where do you, Dre, where do you feel the sneaker game in particular Nike, right? Because Nike has, Nike has a new CEO, right? Elliot. And you saw his impact, excuse me, I saw his impact with the Air Jordan 1 band in terms of Nike getting back to marketing, right? Where do you feel Nike's in particular where are they at right now in the sneaker game with the efforts they're making with marketing things of that nature?
keeping their legacy alive
Yeah.
because I feel like in the last couple of years, like I'm in tune with the kids a lot, man. So they
Right.
just for the last 2 years before 2025 and the madness we back at the I guess you could say hype again. For the last 2 years, bro, the Jumpman and Nike as a brand was getting slandered to the ground, like
Yep.
to the ground. And I'm talking about
A6, New
and
Balance,
I like that people are exploring. You feel me? Like I like an extensive collection. Like my
yeah.
collection, every name you can think of. I got shoes you ain't never heard of or seen before, and I like that people are exploring. But you ain't gotta disrespect the Jumpman though, man. Like what we doing at this point? And it had got to that point, and changes probably needed to be done. And as far as that, the legacy was going down. You feel me? And right now, it needed to be revamped. I always say it's like a yin yang thing. It gotta be hype and it gotta be some bullshit
yep.
behind it too. It has to be.
That's a good way to think about it.
And then
Yeah.
and now that it's put together, sad to say, it's bad into it, but it's also good that we kind of got that hype again. So you like it's a good and bad thing, but Nike kind of needs to do some revamping. But as far as like right now, I feel like the retro department is holding them down. It's holding them down. But just trying to elevate the new things is like I'm
Yeah.
not like that. I just feel like what are we doing over there, man? And from a person, I love my throwbacks. It's just like I still want to see what's new.
Yeah.
What are we bringing to
Word.
the table? And I don't feel like people have gravitated towards that of the new stuff lately. It's some what's the word I'm looking for? It's some hits there, but what's only thing I can say that's been gravitating towards people that I can say people like that with that GT Future. That's
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
That phone posit, that new silhouette. Yeah.
Other than that,
Yeah.
like okay, what are we doing over there? Like is
I
we gonna
like I I like those Pegasus Premium, right? In terms of like how the cushion setup is, but the silhouette is not really gravitating. You know what I
It's
mean?
I feel like
competitive right now. It's very
I
Yeah.
competitive right now,
know
man. Like a lot of brands are putting out some really powerful stuff too. It's like Nike's losing ground, man. Like, because of the
but
innovation
Yeah.
part.
I always say this. They needed that though, man.
Mm-hmm.
You've been
Yeah,
on
they need
top
to
for the last
wake up.
Step
4 years. Eventually you was gonna fall down, and that
True.
makes you want to get on your shit after that.
True.
So
Facts.
they needed
Yep.
that.
Yeah.
Needed that. I lo- Everybody say I be glazing, but I love what Adidas doing. This is pre.
Facts.
This is pre Kanye. They needed this, bro. Cause man, I when I do my content, I give shine to every brand. I hate to just be focused on Nike. When somebody's doing good, a brand doing good, I gotta shine to like. I love what they doing with Anthony Edwards, man. Like they bringing the signature athlete back. I come.
And you know what? If you stop and think about it, I mean, I see what they're doing with Harden, right? Got to give love to Harden, right? Because
Yeah.
Harden's past ever since they went into what's that? I don't know, the Harden 4 or 5. Once they confirmed that silhouette, they just been enhanced to that. You know what I'm
Man,
talking
look,
about?
I'm big. I've been big on Adidas for the last like 2-3 years. The last 3 years for Adidas, man, signature athlete wise, they've been killing it from
I
Yeah.
agree.
Harden
Yeah.
Jonathan.
I agree.
Yeah.
Y'all
I
know
agree.
I'm probably #1 AE stan. Like they've been killing.
Killed it.
Like
And Adidas is smart. Yo, the AE came out in 2023, and we just getting some AE2s. Like Adidas ran that
and
wave.
that AE
Yeah.
was beautiful, man. That's a
Oh
beautiful.
my God. That video you posted, I told you when we spoke. Yo, that colorway, I
That
was like, ooh.
because at first I was like, damn, Adidas, please don't do this, man. Like nobody been standing up for Anthony Edwards like me in his shoes.
Right.
And I was like, man, y'all gotta do the second one right, man. I was banking on it because they was gonna kill me in the comments if I did. Because I've been standing for the one so long. And
Right.
and that first colorway, I was like, damn,
I know.
no,
That
this
what
ain't
is
it.
that orange? And I was like, ugh.
I was like, I don't know, man. I was like, you know what? I ain't gonna give up on it. And then the guy, I, I guess he followed me, and I guess he in Atlanta. He was like, hey, bro, we doing a photo shoot for the high school, and Adidas showed up. They sponsoring us. He's like, bro, we got the new AE1s. I want to see. I mean, AE2. I want to send it to you. He was like, I'm like, hell yeah, send that to me. I'm trying to.
Yeah.
And then when
Hell yeah.
he sent me that video, I said, oh my god, that's the one right
That's the
there.
one.
Right there.
Ooh,
And
buddy.
he gave me permission. I was like, man, can I leak this? At first, he was like, nah, I don't want to get in trouble, bro. I was like, you know what? I'm going to let it be. And then he
Yep.
messaged me like 10 minutes later. He's like, I got to prove you can leak it.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So, yeah.
Listen, I saw that when you posted. I saw that like that second. I was like, I had to stop it for a little bit because that was the first time we saw the medial side
Yeah.
and we saw the hill. Because I was like, damn, how does the hill? What does the hill look like? And I saw that, and then the way it goes up like the front, I was like, ooh,
Hey,
Adidas.
on fire. That Adidas been cooking. And then, like you said, other brands, they've been putting the the stigma behind New Balance and Asics and Saucony that they're old man shoes is going now. Now
Right.
they put their feet in the door, and that's what the kids wearing.
Yeah.
Not kids is the only target audience, but they're gonna lead the next generation and so forth. And they've been doing good with that. And you got to get the flowers to the other brands. You know, that's what I'll be trying to say. I get the flowers to every brand.
Yeah.
Saucony and New Balance have been killing it, killing it. I would die on this hill behind Nike. I think New Balance got the best collabs of all time. Like,
Agree.
like
Agree.
gotta give them their flowers. Now it's flourishing. I've been trying to say that for 10 years. People looked at me crazy. New Balance, oh my god. No, and now they seeing it. I'm like, nah, y'all seeing it now. And you see the last 2, 3 years on fire.
Feeling
So
it.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nike got some competition. It ain't all about them. And that's what my content is about. I show all shoes love. New, old, 10 years ago. Like, it don't matter. Like, I'm a shoe freak. You feel me? So
Love that.
give them their flowers.
This kind of
Love
reminds
that.
me of a little bit of that thrill that I got as a kid when Adidas were, came out with their feet you could wear. Like for me, that was kind of special. For whatever
Word.
reason, like that was kind of special. It was a new tech. It was a new way of looking at footwear.
Word.
And right now, Adidas is doing something that is very unique, and you're looking at footwear again, in a new way.
Word.
And the whole design aesthetic, if you notice, everything's going like kind of like that futuristic slim look,
Can I
that very aerodynamic, type of
can I
feel.
can
I
I
mean,
be honest with you? Can I be honest with you? Kanye paved that. That
yeah,
look, that look, Bobby, is
I have
is
an argument against that. I have an okay, okay,
Adidas from the Dame, that
yeah,
sleek from the Dame, from Carden, from AE, they or that silhouette is borrowed from Kanye. It's borrowed from what is that? What is that, Dre? Is that the 750? Which one? What's the basketball ones? The BB was
the
the
quantum.
Quantum.
yeah,
That look, that little oval look. AE's ones and twos are looking like that now in
you're
terms
right.
of like that shape.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. They did borrow that aesthetic from Yeezy, but that design is not an original design. And again, I'm going to shout out Puma. If you go down the Puma archive, there's some shoes that they've created with
Really?
that. Yes, I can prove it, and I'll be more than happy to
Nah,
dig that deep and post about it, man.
Yes, sir.
I talked about it too, man, because I feel like I literally just had a video just went crazy. I talked about it with Adidas because every time somebody see a new Adidas silhouette, they always gravitate towards Yeezy.
Mm.
And I said, I hear you. Kanye deserves every dollar from that company because he put them, I wouldn't say back on the map, but he got them. Hey, we looking at Adidas
Right,
again. Like, oh,
right,
track,
right,
whatever the case may be.
right.
If you look at old Adidas models from,
Kanye took the bottoms.
he
Yeah,
took pieces from that because you got to understand it's $1 billion corporation. He ain't got 100% of the say. Like they go, hey,
facts.
we got this old model that ain't really do nothing back in the day. Example, the Adidas FYW
Yep.
looks just like the Wave Runner.
Wave runner.
Literally looks like the Wave
Yep.
Runner. They was like,
Yep.
hey,
Yep.
let's
And
make little changes. Put the Kanye
yep.
name on that. It's gonna blow. We know you gonna bring people in the stores to buy that
Yep.
stuff. And
Yep.
that's the Kanye effect right there. So yeah, get Kanye all his praise for putting Adidas back on the map and doing what he got to do. But a lot of like Yeezy models and stuff like that were like just old Adidas models, and like they took probably elements, like you said, a Puma or something like that. Like it's there. So somebody have to get deep in the archives to really see them things. But that's what I'm here for.
100%.
Yeah.
Hundred
Good point.
percent. 100%.
Good point. Yep.
That's
Good
dope.
point.
That's
Good
dope.
point.
We're vending on that with hitting that hour mark, right? And Dre, what we do is we usually get just for our cover
Yeah,
shot, we get a sneaker. We get a sneaker, we just hold it up and then let it ride for like a couple of seconds just so we can use that as a cover.
That's something funny.
Oh damn, Bobby. What you got, Bobby?
I'm gonna show
Oh
This
damn.
Air Force One
goes with
there.
our latest episode. Okay, there you go.
Oh Bobby, you gonna pull those out for us? Wow.
Because I had them right here.
Wow. I'm gonna follow Dre suit with ups. Um,
What are
you know what? I love.
those?
You know what? Nobody talks about these. One of my favorite ups. This is a premium goods from. What's this from? Where is this from? This from 2022. Little Bajou joint.
I know, solid.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Nobody even know about premium goods in Texas. Nobody even know about these with the gold. Nobody saw these.
That's nice.
I love
I like
these.
that.
Love these. What you got, Bobby? Bobby, real quick, tell Dre about those. Tell Dre about
All
those.
right. So in our latest episode, I went to Mexico City, visited some family, and I went to a local sneaker shop over there. This is a Mexican brand called Panam, and yes, it kind of looks knockoff-ish, but T right here pointed out that this is actually a P, and I thought originally like they were trying
This
to
is
do like a Nike swoosh with a line, but he was pointing out in the episode that this is a cutoff P. But this was a funny pair because it represents my family and my heritage back back over there. So if you want to watch the whole thing, watch the latest episode and we kind of dive
wait.
into this shoe
Wait,
specific.
you gotta zoom in on a Corona bottle opener, B.
Nah, that's
Explain that,
I've
Bobby.
never seen that.
Explain that.
Yeah.
I've never.
So this is a collab between that beer brand Victoria. So this is a collab with a beer brand, and
That's
that's why they have this
I
crazy.
little
I
beer
didn't know.
opener.
I didn't
It's
know
it's a funny pair, man.
I didn't know Mexico was coming like that.
All right, here we go. All right, all right.
Got him.
Yo, Dre. This was a dope episode. I appreciate you seeing the vision of Kickstory podcast, showing us some love, and just vibing with us on this Saturday, man.
I know.
Thank you,
Hey
Dre.
man, we gotta do part two, man. I ain't even get deep in that bag.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Maybe part two towards the middle or end of the year, right? We do a part two, Bobby, and maybe you can go deep into your archives, man.
I know for sure, my boy. Just message me, see if I got some time, and then we can make it something happen.
Appreciate that. Appreciate that, Bobby. Why don't you end this off, man?
Thank you very much, guys, for tuning into this live stream, special stream with the shoe god himself, Dre. Make sure to follow all of our pages here. You can follow our page, kickstreetpodcast.com. Follow us on YouTube, all of the audio streaming platforms. Watch the latest episode on YouTube right now. Subscribe, hit that notification bell. Do you have a YouTube channel by chance? You have a YouTube channel as well,
Way to shoot
Dre?
God.
Dre the Sugar.
Awesome, perfect. So find him on YouTube as well. Go to his channel, subscribe to his channel, do all that great stuff. And thank you again for joining us on this one. We will be releasing our newest episode this week. We're still working on that behind the scenes, but we will get that out this week. So look for that as well, too, guys. So thank you, Dre. Thank you, T.
Yep.
Have a great weekend, everyone. Anything
Yep.
else?
All I gotta say is Dre the Shoe Guard. Everything at Dre the Shoe Guard. Watch him. Content on fire. Once again, he don't discriminate. Right? He don't discriminate. He's showcasing all
I
types of
got it.
brands.
This bag get deep. I always tell
Yep.
you. Deep.
And what I respect you, Dre, you give your honest opinion. You don't care about what's the fad. You don't care what people talk. You give your honest
That's
opinion. I love that
why
about you. That's
a lot of
authentic.
people rock with me, man. Like I don't know. I just ain't know. I just keep it real, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. I don't try to just preach hype on every shoe that come out. Just
Word.
be yourself, man.
Be
100%.
yourself. You hear that? Be yourself, guys. We out of here. Happy Saturday. Happy Easter. Y'all be safe. We catch you on the rebound. Peace.
Sure.
Salute, Dre.
Later, man.
Yep.